L-Star is an absolute melting machine, and today's video was a journey of discovery into realizing its terrifying power, and once again, I became my team's only hope, and that is not necessarily a good thing. My name's Ragtag, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and if you want to announce that your squad is the boss of any lobby, then landing on the supply ship is the best way to do that. But the one thing you never ever want to do is be fashionably late to the limited loot as the enemy. Oh no, Pathfinder, abort, I don't want to be a clay pigeon shooting target or put my fists against bullets. Alright, we do this. Havoc, Mozambique. Yeah, you better run, Wraith, off you go. Then came what felt like the longest Havoc reload in the history of every Havoc across the galaxy ever. Where you going, Valkyrie, eh? Where you going? I just wanted to ask you something, and that is... Can you fly inside of a black hole? Send me the answer in a space card and let me know. Actually, I don't care. The supply ship was ours, and a meaningless feeling of temporary joy surged through me as we had a plan. Okay, we didn't have a plan, but, you know, footsteps were still heard above, and this wasn't over. You lagging Mirage? Okay, I got bamboozled. That's just a taste of what I'll do to your back end, though, once I find the real you. I'm getting a bit mixed up with my storytelling tenses, talking about the future even though this game already happened in the past, but trying to remain in the present so that you can feel what I felt as I felt it, so the feelings of the Okay, too much caffeine and the quest to dominate Kings Canyon continues, or continued. Look, just let it go, because I'm about to. Ammo was in terribly short supply, and if enemies stumbled upon us now, then we would be in serious trouble, especially because I hadn't yet realized the position of our squad, with Pathfinder already being a zone away from us. But then we discovered the coveted L-Star and enough energy ammo to... Actually, I have no idea what we'd need here. I was expecting most of my shots to power up the mountains and cliffs of the canyons instead of destroying my enemies, but chin up, Ragtag! The Eva A would be our backup weapon for this game. Now, I kinda wanted to go to containment next, as whatever Pathfinder ended up doing was unlikely to get us any action, especially as he was standing in the middle of nowhere, but then I have been known to be wrong.
The enemies are shooting at me. Heavy ammo here.
I think we could all use that.
I am down.
Yeah, quite a lot of the time actually. But yeah, Bloodhound, that was your fault. Come on now, you should have led us towards the enemies with your scans and other survival skills that we scientists do not possess. Going for you, says Bloodhound in frantic capitals. Aye, says I, and off we galloped across the grassy plains into a probable deadly trap that would result in our instantaneous death. But knowing that they planned to trap us, I would trap their trappiness with a trap of my own, and then I spotted that mirage from the supply ship. Your time has come, you bamboozling... Okay, you know what? We're getting that banner and we're getting out of here. But this resurrection would be no normal recovery because enemies were nearby and locked in deadly combat.
Alright.
Bloodhound went for the respawn and I sought to secure the area. No escape, Loba, but their teammates couldn't be far away at this point, and moving around this zone was precarious as danger could lurk in any corner at any time. But this time, I wasn't going to fall for no bamboozling mirage. No, sir. It was a decoy, right? Of course it was. Now to battle. As we took the jump pad, the fighting had stopped. Was I too late? Or was I just in time? Gotcha! Even though we benefited from dumping our ultimate into a small room, we still had our shields annihilated by the very arc star that we just threw. So remember that moment, as let's just say I am prone to repeating my mistakes. With our team being returned to full strength, locked and loaded, artillery belonged to us. But there was no time to celebrate because I heard a distant rat-a-tat-tat of the rampage echoing across the canyon from 10 miles away, and the bloodlust of the kill leader took hold of me. I decided that whether my teammates were interested or not, this was a fight that I'd be taking. But also please come with me because I'm a little scared. So we're gonna loot this little supply bin while we admit that I'm just simply not good enough to squad wipe and I can barely win my 1v1s. And speaking of that, L-Star versus L-Star. We barely came out on top with only 7 energy bullets to spare, but don't you worry, Bangalore, I will put yours to good use. Actually, that's not necessarily true, but I'll do my best, so shut your hole and rest in peace. Then, more enemies closed in on us, and while I assumed that it was the rest of Bangalore's team, we simply could not be sure, and worse than that, they had some high ground and weapons capable of chipping away at my golden body armor from a distance that I simply could not compete at. Using the power of the gravity lift, I set myself up for a glorious flank. But what I didn't realise was that our opponents had already closed in for the kill on Bloodhound. Okay, L-Star, let's show these fools the mistake of pushing on my teammate.
Having a wee snafu with my abilities.
Yeah, it's harder than it looks, guys, alright? At that range, I feel like I've got about as much control as I would have setting off a firework display. We'd have to get up close and personal. Hello there.
Got him.
Just the Revenant left, but my team wasn't with me. Surely we could still pull this off. Yes, I died to my own grenade. Something you want to say about that in the comments? Go on, do it! I dare you! Just finish me off, Revenant. Put me on my misery. Okay, well, that went according to plan. Good job, team. Let's win this. We did some mindless looting, but the notable attachment that we'd need for later was the digital threat for the EVA 8. Handy when needing to see through smoke or gas, or just if you generally can't tell a lion from a giraffe in my case. Things were really about to heat up, except that I didn't have the energy ammo to get us across the finish line. Oh well, off we go! Oh, thanks, pal. That's very kind of you. 24 bullets, that was a good start. Okay, let's go smash these fools and show them. Oh, more energy ammo. Okay, well, Bloodhound finally gave the universal signal for willingness to run headlong to our doom, and we made for the next zone as round 2 began to close. Up the hill towards the 2 spines we crept, and this area seemed to be guarded by a patrolling drone, controlled by none other than the infamous hacker Crypto. But with the L-Star in our hands, we could easily shoot it out the sky before it could shatter our shields. Yeah, I got distracted by the beautiful trees and loving nature, so don't be blaming that on my skill because I've got plenty of averageness to show you yet. Wait, is that drone still watching me? Crypto! It's just getting weird at this point, but if the drone is around those buildings, then its wielder was nearby. Then I spied Crypto's lair, and it was time to flush him out of it. Besides, they stole our care package, and I wanted the contents back.
Singularity deployed. Anyone need to pick me up? Got him.
I guess the care package contained a gold helmet, 2 doses of bad luck for the spy guy, and now there were only 2 other enemy squads in this game. Little did I know that this would end up being a fight that would leave me needing a substantial sleep afterwards. But was it a sleep of victory, or was it the long slumber of being catapulted back to the lobby? I naturally assumed that Capacitor would be the battleground for this final confrontation, but it turned out that I was wrong, and the other 2 squads had already found each other elsewhere. We raced towards them to try and be the third party with a clear advantage of being at full strength, but no matter how fast we ran, we were a smidgen too late. But it didn't matter now. Round 3 was closing, so we definitely had the advantage here. Right? Well, it is a ragtag video after all.
Target over there. Opening fire on the enemy.
Another soft landing.
Whoever that was with the Volt was stalking my rear, and I cowered at the base of this wall, hoping to recover. Come on, Gravity Lift, I need you!
I am taking fire, friends.
Recharging my shields.
I am down. Contact with hostile. All Father, give me sight. I am taking contact with hostile. Contact with enemy.
Being shot at.
Contact with target.
What's a wee singularity between trains?
Making contact with enemy.
had the high ground now, but Bloodhound wanted blood. I saw a chance to help them, but then my attentions were drawn by a sound closer to me.
One moment, I must...
Bloodhound down. Now it was me, 1 versus at least 2. A Bangalore and an Octane. Come on, Elstar! Unleash the fury!
Recharging my shields. Have a weak countdown. And I'm back. Killed a Lego.
Well, that was close. Too close, to be honest with you, but we pulled it through with the Elstar and the Eva 8 backing up, saving the day. Good job, team. Good grief. And goodbye.